Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about how to create a basic budget. Now the point of this budgeting system that I'm showing you is to pay off debt, increase your savings, or to create a short-term savings account for something like Christmas or maybe a down payment on a car. So I'm going to give you an example. And the most important thing that we're going to talk about today is your monthly income. So I'm going to go through the example and then I'm going to share with you the 3 things that have really helped me along the way. So step number 1, the first thing that you're going to do is look at your household income. So that is going to include your income, if you have a spouse or a partner, their income, as well as other jobs that you may have or ways that you get paid. So what you're going to do is write down how much you make per month. Now, of course, this is going to be after taxes, after your health insurance is taken out. This is going to be your net income. The next thing that you're going to do is write down all of your bills that you have per month. Now, in this example, I just put them all together. Personally, I like to split up my bills into 2 categories. Bills that need to be paid on the 15th of the month when I get paid, and then bills that need to be paid on the 30th of the month when I get paid. Either way, you're still going to get the same number because your monthly income is going to be the same. Now just keep in mind that when you're writing out your bills, of course some things are going to fluctuate, like your power bill, your water bill, and possibly your gas bill. So my first tip is to always round up. So if you know that your water bill is around $112 per month, I would round that up to $120. This way, if it's a little more than you budgeted for, you are covered. Now, I also do that in my checkbook. So when I use my debit card, or if I'm making a payment, like writing a check, if the amount is $46.17, I would round up and make it $47. I do have the Keep the Change checking account, so when I round up to $47, those cents automatically go into my savings account. But I think that this is another great way just to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. After you've written down all of your bills for the month, this is where you would go in and write down extra things that you're saving for. The next thing that you're going to do is just add everything up. So take all of your bills, add them up, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to step number 2. For step number 2, what you're going to do is write down your household debt. So this can include things like student loan payments and credit card payments. Now for this step, what I do is write down the minimum amount that must be paid. So for this example, we're going to write student loans, and the minimum that has to be paid is $700. The next thing we're going to write down is credit cards, and this is going to be a combination of all of your credit card minimums, and so for this example, we're just going to use $200. So then all you're going to do is add that up. Okay, so for step 3, this is where we're really going to focus on increasing your savings account and paying off your debt. Now, debts can include credit cards, student loan payments, car payments, anything that you have kind of hanging over your head that you would like to get rid of. Of course, any amount of debt that you pay off, whether it's $100 on a credit card or a $4,000 student loan payment, is going to help your credit score. In the description box down below, I'm going to leave you 2 books that I would definitely recommend reading if you have any type of debt at all. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of how you can do these 2 things. Number 1 is you're going to take your remaining amount that you have left over after you've written down your monthly income and subtracted all of your bills. You're going to split it in half. You're going to take half of that money and you're going to make a payment. So your payment can either go to the smallest debt amount that you have, or it can go to an extra payment on your debt with the highest interest rate. So of course, this is going to be very specific to the bills and the debt that you have. The next thing that you're going to do is take the other half of that money and you're going to put that into your savings. Now it's up to you what type of savings account you use. You could put it into a savings account for retirement. You can put it into a short-term savings account. Like I said, like a down payment for a car, it just depends. So this way you're going to make sure that you have already paid your minimum payments. Now you have the option to make an extra payment. And you also have the opportunity to take half of your remaining income and put it into your savings account. My second tip is to make sure that you are really accounting for every cent that is in your checking account. This makes a big difference when you're creating a budget. Okay, so our second option with the remaining money is for you to put a flat rate of $500 into your savings account. Like I said, this is all going to be very personalized depending on how much money you have left over. If you don't have $500 remaining, if you have $400 remaining, you still have these two options as what to do with that remaining money. So for this example, we're going to put $500 into our savings account. Then we're going to use the remaining money that we have left over, and we are going to make a large payment. And the payment that we're going to make is to the debt that we have with the highest interest rate. So now we're going to move on, and I am next going to tell you about step number 4. But before I do that, I just want to give a disclaimer that I am not an accountant. I am not a certified financial planner. This is just my personal experience that I have used for about the past 15 years, and it has definitely helped me out in getting rid of debt and also creating a good solid savings account. So the final step is going to be for you to evaluate. So at the end of every month, you really want to evaluate how much income you made, where you kind of went over things so you can adjust your estimates for the next month, and also discuss with your partner or whoever you live with ways that you guys can cut back if paying off a credit card or a loan is really your top priority. I think it's really important for people who live together and who are sharing a space to talk about what you are and what you are not going to spend money on. So my third tip is for you to discuss with your partner or possibly with a friend as a sounding board if you're going to make a large purchase. Now for our family, that's going to be any purchase that's over $500. If you look up on the internet, I'm sure that there's probably 100 different ways that you can create a budget, but I just wanted to give you something basic to start with. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and inspiring. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Come say hi on Instagram. Please subscribe if you did like this video, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.